Can you hear? Sorry?
You can hear me.
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
I was wondering what happened. I said, अरे मैं 1:30 से बैठी हुई थी. Hi, hello. Hello.
Hi.
All are there. All six are there. I am unable to see everybody.
All I am. Ask for panelists, are they able to view all each other?
Kunte ma'am, we are unable to see you. So should we start up? Everybody? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Namaste parents. A warm welcome to all the parents and panelists. Hope everybody is safe and healthy at home. Our today's topic of web talk is nurturing children in the time of COVID. सबसे पहले मैं बताना चाहूंगी कि हमने ये टॉपिक क्यों सिलेक्ट किया है. मुझे आज बहुत सारे अटेंडीज पेरेंट्स जानते होंगे और कुछ ऐसे भी होंगे जो मुझे नहीं जानते होंगे. तो मैं बताना चाहूंगी कि मेरी 2 daughters हैं. I am a parent of 2 daughters. One is 4-year-old and the second one is 13-year-old. In this time period of lockdown, first 1 month or somewhere around 20-25 days, तो एक वेकेशन जैसा निकला कि सभी बच्चे घर में अपनी चॉइसेस का खाना बना रहे हैं, मिलजुल के काम कर रहे हैं, enjoying that family time together. बट धीरे धीरे ये जो क्वालिटी टाइम फैमिली टाइम था उसमें क्वेश्चंस खड़े होने लगे कि हम नाना नानी के यहाँ कब जाएंगे, हम गर्मी ठंड खत्म हो गई, गर्मियां आ गई, हम बर्फ का लड्डू कब खाएंगे, आपका काम कब खत्म होगा, आप काम कर रहे हो तब तक मैं क्या करूं, मुझे तो टीवी देखना है, या आप मुझे कुछ काम दे दो. So it was really very difficult to reach to the mind of the small children. और कहीं ना कहीं जब इस लॉकडाउन पीरियड में छोटा सा अगर बच्चे को फ्लू, सर्दी, जुकाम हो जाता है तो एक पेरेंट कहीं ना कहीं बहुत परेशान हो जाता है कि माय गॉड, इसको कुछ और प्रॉब्लम तो नहीं है, अभी हमें क्या करना चाहिए, वेट करना चाहिए क्या, या डॉक्टर के जाना चाहिए, बाहर निकलना चाहिए, हॉस्पिटल जाना चाहिए. ऐसे बहुत छोटे 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 क्वेश्चंस हैं पेरेंट्स के दिमाग में जो मैंने फेस करे. और इस टॉपिक को डिसाइड करते समय हमने यही सोचा कि हमें पेरेंट्स तक पहुंचना है, उनकी प्रॉब्लम्स तक पहुंचना है. एज इफ इतने पिछले दिनों में बहुत सारे न्यूज, व्हाट्सएप आर्टिकल्स, they were floating on, messages were floating and we were not able to identify कि कितने मिथ हैं और कितने ट्रुथफुल हैं. और ये समझ पाना वाकई डिफिकल्ट होता है जब व्हाट्सएप पे मैसेज पढ़ते हैं तो कि ये सही है या गलत है. जैसे अभी एक डीपीएस स्कूल का मैसेज विद अ मास्क आ रहा था, वो सही नहीं था, झूठ था, बट इनिशियल जब फ्लोट होता है तो लगता है शायद सही होगा. So with the same reasons, today our panelists are all here and you can have the correct information from the horse's mouth. मैंने आज यहाँ पर इस प्लेटफॉर्म पर जो पैनलिस्ट इनवाइट करे हैं वो न केवल अपनी अपनी फील्ड के एक्सपर्टाइज हैं, रादर मैं ऐसा कहूँ कि मुझे एक बहुत लंबा अनुभव भी है उनके साथ में कि वो कितने अच्छे ह्यूमन और बहुत अच्छे पेरेंट्स हैं. आज एक बात बहुत कॉमन है कि हमारे सारे पैनलिस्ट पेरेंट हैं. मैं अगर बात कहूँ पासी मैम की जो हमारे पीडियाट्रिशियन है, मैं एक बहुत लंबे अरसे से उनके साथ उनसे कंसल्टेंसी ले रही हूँ अपनी डॉटर के लिए और एक एक्सपीरियंस रहा आज शेयर करना चाहूंगी, शायद उन्हें कभी नहीं बता पाई कि शी इज सच अ हम्बल लेडी, एवरी टाइम देयर टू हेल्प एवरीवन. मैंने देखा कभी उनके अटेंडेंट मना कर देते हैं बट वो अगर हमें देख ले तो उनके मुंह से नहीं निकल पाता, यस आई जस्ट वेट, आई विल सी यू. तो दिस इज हाउ शी इज. एंड फिटनेस के लिए शी इज वेरी लाइक एवरी टाइम कि हमें फिट रहना, उसके लिए वो बहुत कुछ करती है इतने बिजी शेड्यूल में से भी. शी इज वेरी गुड पेरेंट. वो अपनी डॉटर का जिस तरह से अपब्रिंगिंग करा है उन्होंने, इट्स वंडरफुल. कमिंग टुवर्ड्स टू पुनीता नेहरू मैम, she's having a vertical graph of growth. She's passionate about education and she has like vertical growth not only for her success in her field but अगर हम कहें कि parents fan following, बच्चों के लिए fan following, तो it is tremendous. मतलब बच्चे parents एक बहुत अलग ही तरह का respect और regard रखते हैं मैम के लिए just because of her knowledge and hard work. And again moving forward, कुंटे मैम, अमित सर को मैं ज्यादा नहीं जानती हूँ बट यस वो अपनी अपनी फील्ड में एक्सपर्टाइज रखते हैं और आज हमें इन सभी से बहुत कुछ नॉलेजेबल जानने को मिलेगा अपने बच्चों के लिए. इस प्रोग्राम को जो होस्ट करने वाले हैं वो हैं गायत्री चंद्रशेखरन मैम, जिन्होंने IIM लखनऊ से अपना MBA कंप्लीट करा है और मैं उनका छोटा सा इंट्रोडक्शन देना चाहूंगी. शी विल बी होस्टिंग द प्रोग्राम and she advises startups and growth stage businesses on strategies to create an exponential growth curve. She also advises corporates on governance and is certified as an independent director by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs under the aegis of Government of India. Prior to her advisory role, she was part of the sales leadership teams of various companies, most recently of HCL Services, where she was the chief sales officer. She has expertise in the industries of information technology and healthcare. Her two passions are writing and dogs. She writes columns. By her own admission, the most important role she has ever played in her life is being mother to her daughter. तो ये आप जो मैंने last line बोली, which was really very very important, कि she has played an important role and by her own admission she has taken that. आज हम कहीं भी किसी मुकाम पर पहुंचते हैं तो उसे हासिल करने के बाद उस मुकाम पर वहां से छोड़ना, उस जगह को छोड़ के रिवर्ट आना बहुत मुश्किल होता है. एंड दैट इज व्हाट शी हैज डिसाइडेड जस्ट बिकॉज शी वाज अ पेरेंट ऑफ अ डॉटर. तो वेब टॉक विद गायत्री मैम, इस टॉपिक पर हम कभी बाद में रखेंगे कि इतना इस तरह का बोल्ड डिसीजन लेके हाउ शी इज फीलिंग, एंड इट इज रियली वंडरफुल कि आप जैसे पैनलिस्ट हमारे साथ हैं. So now moving forward in the web talk, over to Gayatri ma'am.
Thank you, Ms. Shikha Sati. And it's really a pleasure to be here today and a pleasure to introduce our wonderful panelists जो अपनी कीमती वक्त निकालकर हमारे साथ आज बात करेंगे. I'll go one by one in no particular order. Dr. Gauri Rao Pasi, इनके नाम के सामने बहुत medical degrees हैं. So I'll just state that she is a consultant at the Department of Pediatrics at Choitram Hospital and Research Center, Indore. Her special interest is pediatric neurology, and she's a columnist in medical journals. Namaste, Dr. Pasi, and welcome to this panel discussion hosted by Ethosia. Mrs. Punita Nehru is a visionary academician, mentor, and philanthropist. She has spent the last 30 years in the field of education, serving as principal of various leading schools. Currently, of course, she is the principal of Sri Satya Sai Vidya Vihar. She was part of the Indian delegation of principals who were selected by the Canadian government for a FAM tour of Canada. Interestingly, she's been a sports person and has represented India in the Asian Games of 82 and 86. Namaste, ma'am, and welcome to our web talk. Mrs. Geetanjali Kunte is a dietitian with a vision to use nutritional techniques to prevent the onset of diseases. Her specialty includes nutrition for diabetes, for sports, and for patients of bariatric surgery. Namaste, Mrs. Kunte. Thank you for joining our webinar with Ethosia. Dr. Amit Malik is a sports and physical literacy professional and is vice president at ELMS Sports Foundation, which is mentored by P. Gopichand and Abhinav Bindra. Before turning his passion towards sports, he has done a doctoral degree in management from MDI Gurgaon and has published case studies in various business journals, including Harvard Business School Journal. Welcome, sir. Thank you for joining the web talk with Ethosia. Ms. Shikha Sethi is principal of Ethosia School and is passionate about education. She has been associated with Queen's College Indore for more than a decade. Ethosia International School is part of her mission to instill values and ethics in children when they are very young. Her passion and dedication are reflected on a daily basis as she works with children at Ethosia. Welcome, Ms. Sethi. So I would like to start off this discussion, and it's a very timely discussion that Ethosia School has actually come up with. And we can start the discussion with Dr. Gauri Pasi, ma'am. What are the things we must keep in mind about the corona pandemic in the context of children below 10 years specifically?
Well, the first thing I like to say is not to panic, especially in children. We've hardly seen any children who got very sick. That's so important to understand and remember. I work in Choitram, and Choitram is a red hospital. So we were admitting children. So overall, there were very few children who got admitted. And all the children who got admitted got well so fast. They all were not at all sick, very, very mildly ill. So that's the most important thing. Most children don't get very sick, and if they do, they get better very fast. So not to worry. The only children who are at a risk to have a severe disease are children below 1 year, and children who have other diseases, so children with renal, kidney diseases, or some immunocompromised children, those whose immunity is low. So those who already have a serious underlying disease, we need to be really careful with them. Babies below 1 year, you need to be careful. Otherwise, on the whole, all children have done remarkably well, not only here in Indore, but all over the world. My friends in the US, in Europe, all of them said they hardly saw any children who got ill. So that's a very reassuring thing. So this is a panel discussion for parents. So parents, don't get panicky and don't create a sense of panic among children. You have a balance of things. It's not so bad in children at all.
Okay. So thank you, ma'am. And since you know it's relatively low, the risk for children, what areas can be considered safe for kids? Can we allow them to go into playgrounds? Are babysitters okay? Can we use public transport? And most importantly, I think kids below 10 years, very difficult for them to actually wear a mask, to convince them to keep that on. So any extra precautions we should be taking while, we understand that the risk is lesser?
This is a pandemic act going on, so we have to follow the rules that the government tells us. So if the government tells us that public transport is not on, we have to believe them and we have to follow their orders. That's the rule number one, that follow the rules which the government is telling us to do. But there are some common sense things that we can do, and that is like you must take children out into the fresh air. If possible, use your roof of the building where you live. If there's a park which is big and with a lot of fresh air, places where there's a lot of fresh air is not really a risk for children. Where there's no crowd, there's a lot of fresh air, that's a fairly safe and good place for a child to be. It's the crowded areas which you need to avoid. You need to use your common sense a bit.
But the mask is, of course, essential. I mean, we somehow have to.
Small babies, it's a little difficult. There are a lot of colorful masks coming in, child-friendly masks coming in. And if you wear it all the time, children get used to looking at other people wearing a mask. It's difficult for small kids. For very small kids, you can use that face shield. You can make a homemade face shield. It's easy to make. There are lots of YouTube videos how to make a homemade face shield with a sheet of plastic and a hairband. So it's easy to make a face shield. It's even available, I think, online. So a face shield is easy for smaller children, and otherwise a face mask.
Sure. Mrs. Punita Nehru, ma'am, just a quick question for you. For children to understand the gravity of the situation, it's quite difficult. How can we convince them that it is necessary to follow these, the hygiene rules that have been laid out by the government, by parents, by doctors, etc., even when they are not sick or they feel that they are quite healthy? So how can we train kids to scrupulously follow this new hygiene system and make it part of their lives? Even when we are not watching, so without monitoring them or policing them, how do you think we can convince our children to follow the rules?
All right. First, I would like to just correct my introduction. I haven't played for Indian volleyball. I was in the Indian camps, but I have not represented India.
I apologize.
I don't know. I would have loved to, but I have not.
Okay.
Anyway, coming back to your question, see, this is something which is new to the children, but I feel that all disciplines, when they are introduced to a child, it takes the child a little time to learn, but eventually the child learns. When you send the child to school, it's basically the discipline starts in school for a child. But then slowly and gradually, and actually very quickly, the child picks up. Now here what's happening is that children are not coming to school. They are at home, right? But fortunately, we are having the online classes. So what we've been telling the teachers and what the teachers have been doing is that when they take the class, they take a little time, and they ought to take a little time to just talk to the children, ease away their pressures, and tell them the importance of taking all precautions, you know. And here I would, not the very young children, but well, the children who are, say, class 3 and 4 onwards, I think they are very smart. You know, we underestimate them. They pick up stuff very fast, and they are more cautious, and they are more quick to respond to these kind of, rules and regulations. So they are very cautious. They are very, they're taking all precautions, and they know what to do. And they are at home because we keep talking to them. In the morning also we had a meeting. So they are taking precautions, and we don't really have to keep rubbing it in also, because then we create a fear factor in them. We have to be very careful of balancing it. You know, creating discipline, yet not putting it so much that, you know, they don't even come out of their rooms. So we have to just balance it, and I think we are doing a good job, all of us. The children have responded very well.
Great. And Dr. Pasi, we hear about, the Ayush Mantralaya or certain, guidelines that come out on improving immunity. So is this possible? Can we improve immunity in children?
Yeah, yes, of course. And it's all the guidelines which the Ayush Mantralaya have given are pretty good actually. Though I'm an allopathic doctor, but the advice which is given there is so sensible and so simple and harmless. It's absolutely worth doing it. There's simple things like drinking warm water every day, many times in a day. It's such an important, simple thing to do. It's not going to cause a harm to anybody. And the other things like milk and turmeric, honey and water, all that kara, we've been doing it for centuries here. So I absolutely agree with it. It's perfectly good to do it. You've been doing it. Your grandmother's been telling you for so many years to do it. Just do it. It's a simple thing. There's no problem about it. It's much better than taking all kinds of drugs.
And to continue on the point of immunity, I'd like to bring in Dr. Malik. Dr. Malik, how important do you think is exercise in building immunity? And can we build immunity through sports? And if yes, how?
So I think this is very interesting piece of looking at immunity building through the holistic chain of the human activities. So we look at it in 3 levels. One is making children more physically active during the day through various kind of activity. It could be home activity with the mother, playing with the siblings, playing with the parents, playing with the equipment which they have in their house. So apart from that activity, the recovery which has to be there in terms of the good nutrition for them, along with the hydration. So this being the second part of it. And third for me is very important, sleep of it. Then we have found in our academy athlete, a lot of athletes or the children are actually, we used to be sleep deprived in a normal course of action. अभी ट्यूशन जाना है, स्कूल से आए, फिर दोबारा कुछ करना है, जल्दी सोना है, सुबह फिर उठना है. So this is actually a good time to build long-term immunity of the children, where we can engage them with physical activity, good nutrition, because you are not getting access to junk food these days because you are at home. And as Gauri said that in terms of the getting basic thing like Ayush recommended along with sleep. So these 3 for me are very integral part of it. And even my daughter also plays badminton. So I've seen that in her fitness immunity has gone pretty up in the last 1.5 to 2 months because of these the basic steps. So parents as well could just focus on those basics part. Interesting part is that since all of our we as parent are also working, तो उसमें ध्यान रखना पड़ेगा कि हम बच्चों को रेगुलरली एंगेज करें. बस 2 घंटा हुआ, 5 मिनट का ब्रेक लिया, अच्छा बेटा आओ चलो किचन में कुछ काम करते हैं, or start jumping with the father. Something has to be there for continuous part. क्योंकि एक रिस्क सिर्फ ये है कि children may go into sedentary behavior. They are used to go to school, walk, go to water, बहुत activity रहता है. So these are the few things which I can think of.
And how much is enough sleep? Just the last point that you said on sleep for children, what is good enough?
So as per the science for the sports, at a stretch for 10 hours, along with the nap of in a day for the children, maximum growth, the sports side of it. If the children are not very active, 7 to maybe 8 hours, 8 to 9 hours sleep, or other way to look at it, let children get up on their own. So when they also wake up fresh 1 or 2 times in a week, maybe over the weekend, that is also a good idea because then they wake up as per their natural recovery.
Okay. Picking up on the second point you mentioned on nutrition, I'd like to go over to Mrs. Geetanjali Kunte. Mrs. Kunte, do you believe that diet, of course we all believe it, but it plays an equally important role in building immunity? And what superfoods do you suggest that one can give our children to boost immunity?
For immunity, it had been always recommended since COVID-19 pandemic has started that we should be including turmeric, pepper, and antioxidant foods containing vitamin A, vitamin D, E, and many other zinc and selenium containing foods. We are fortunate that we are in India and we are including turmeric almost in most of the food preparations. This is one thing. One thing I would like to make it to be noted is whenever you are all mothers who are cooking food, whenever you are adding turmeric, add a pinch of black pepper to it. It is going to increase its anti-inflammatory effect many times. This is the one important immune boosting tip. The second one is vitamin D is very essential. As we are all inside the house, that does not mean that we cannot get vitamin D. The sunlight is the best source to generate vitamin D in through our skin. So we can get into our rooftops or playgrounds for 15-20 minutes in the early morning or just before the sunset. Or you can take prescription from doctors for vitamin D supplementation. It is very, very important for your immunity. Then vitamin C, we again are blessed that we have lot of Amla or Indian gooseberry. So we can make Amla candy, and as Ayush Mantralaya has said rightly, that jeera, ajwain has to be included. So Amla candy can be included with jeera, ajwain, salt as ginger. So all these things can be accompanied along with our daily routine foods. And we can boost our immunity and immunity for children without giving them that kada. They won't be drinking that kada. So kada के जितने भी ingredients है, all those ingredients can be included in our different food dishes. And the most important is your gut immunity that we can get through dahi. Every mother is preparing curd in home. We have homemade dahi, right? We need not take it from outside, and that dahi can be, or that your curd can be given in the form of chaat to children, or dahi bada, or chach, lassi, or fruit yogurt. These days children like fruit yogurt. You can add some dry fruit powders to it, some seed mix powders. They'll be getting everything. They will be getting a lot of vitamins and minerals along with zinc and selenium, which is very important for gut immunity and overall immunity.
Thank you. I think that was a very useful tip, that whenever we use haldi, we should put some pepper in also. Most of us may not have known that. Thank you, ma'am. Mrs. Punita Nehru, just coming back to you on a psychological aspect of children in a manner. What parents, you've been dealing with children for very long now. So any advice for our parents today on how do we keep children engaged when they're confined to one place? How can we make this time fruitful? I mean, fruitful in the context of children. They're not doing any Nobel research, but, how do we make it fruitful for them, and how do we keep them engaged and not get, they might just feel like tearing their hair out because they're all sitting in one place.
Yeah. See, there are lots of things that the parents need to do, I feel, and this is the right time. And it is all said and done, I would say that I'm again and again saying कि ये मंथन हुआ है, पहले poison निकला, अमृत निकलने का समय आ गया है. And it's a very good time for a lot of things. It is the best time for all the new things that the world will be introducing in various systems, especially education in India, I would say. And this is the time, I would say, when the parents get time to sit with the children and tell them about, first and foremost, the family values. These days, if the children were lacking in the value system, it was because they never were told what the family values are or whether they are there or not. So first and foremost, the children have to be introduced to that. This was the way, in a different way. You don't have to go and take a chapter with them, but then we have to tell about the grandparents' lives, their uncles, every day they sit together over dinner, over lunch. Grandparents, that is why I've been always telling my children that the best thing that you could do to your children is the gift you can give is the gift of grandparents. So if they are there, sit with them, ask them. I tell my children, today we had a meeting to told them that you sit with your grandparents, chat with them, ask them what is it that they learned in life, play games with them. Very, very important. Next is very important, we have started saying religion divides. It is how you take it. It's a two-edged sword. So religion can divide if you make the division. Religion can integrate everybody if you make it so. So all religions are beautiful. They speak the same language, but we have hardly got time to read anything in the religion. And whatever we hear from all the people who have vested interest, we parrot the same thing. So this is the time when you sit and you take out a chapter every day and you sit together and read out a chapter from your own holy books. They are so beautiful. Let the children know what their religion is all about. Itna religion ho raha hai kya religion? First-hand information dijiye. Like our children, some of them are reading the Gita. Some of them are reading the Quran. you know, Bible, हमारे वहाँ Christians कम है, मगर I'm sure they must be reading. तो मेरे कुरान का and गीता का तो मैंने सुना है. Then विष्णु पुराण कहीं पढ़ रहे हैं. That's very nice. They are getting to know that. And कहाँ से होंगे? All of you get together and read it. So that's a very good way. Third is do some activity together. I tell the parents. Do सबको घर में कुछ ना कुछ है. Even if you don't know, you're not artistic, go to Google and say, okay, something to do with newspapers. जो waste इतना है उसका लेकर, let's sit together and make, you know, you're not going for a competition, you're just spending time with your children. So make something out of that. You know, it's so enjoyable. You're bonding with your kids like that, right? And last very beautiful thing is storytelling. Storytelling, even at my age, you know, my son, he says, okay, Ma, tell us a story about, you know, this and that. Children love stories. We human beings love stories. So tell stories to the children. And I remember a long time back, you know, I'll refer to my Guru Satya Sai Baba. So when I had gone to Baba and I said, Baba, my son was giving me a little bit of a challenge. So I said, what do I do? How do I teach him? He's not listening to me. So Baba had said that बच्चे का जो दिमाग होता है, it is like a बंद कमरा, अंधेरा होता है. So when you enter a बंद कमरा, तो क्या करते हो? So I said, well, I switch on the light. He said, very good. Similarly, switch on the light of the child. Don't shoo away the darkness. And how do you do that? He said, read out stories. They love stories. Read out a story in which the main character is an ideal person, what you would like the child to learn something. The child automatically starts relating to him and the change starts coming. So this is a time when you can do all of these things, plus teach them life skills. Let them cook. And today only I told my parents, please bring up the children like poor children and teach them and educate them like rich kids to earn rich. Let them learn to earn rich. Let them learn to live poor. If we do that, the children will be always happy.
That's a wonderful the dichotomy that you mentioned over there. Very nice. Thank you, ma'am. And Mrs. Shikha Sethi, just taking on the role of grandparents. Of course, some of us are lucky to have, the kids are lucky to have their grandparents around, but some don't. So, you know, how do we help children overcome that anxiety of not meeting their friends, their loved ones, their grandparents? They want to go and visit them. They may be a little far away, even if they're in the same city. And as adults, they see that most of us are returning to our normal lives. We're going out, we're starting our work, etc. So how do we explain to them that they are different and they need to stay at home? That's something that I just wanted to check.
Coming forward, like I just want to connect my talk with Nehru ma'am's talk, that she said ki you keep on telling them stories. So when it's a long lockdown period, everybody has understood the values of relations, everybody has understood the values of freedom. Because when you are inside home, first, I told you, first 1 month or 20 days were not difficult for everybody. But after that time, now the difficulty is arising. Where we are thinking, when the children have started asking, कि अभी हम बाहर कब जाएंगे? तो ये इस समय पर वाकई हमें बच्चों को छोटी-छोटी स्टोरीज के थ्रू उन्हें जहाँ पर एक कैरेक्टर आइडियल हो और उसके थ्रू बताया जाए कि it is really not safe right now to go. और हम जैसे मैं मेरी डॉटर को बताया कि if you will go to नानी's house और रास्ते में आपको कुछ होता है तो then नानी will also will get infected. So you love your नानी ना, so you stay at home. So this is how we have to give them those values कि भाई अकेले आप नहीं हो, आपके थ्रू दूसरे भी infected हो सकते हैं. You tell them little, because stories play a very important role in the child psychology, like child life. If they when they're children, अभी अगर हम देखें तो past 1 month, 2 months time में रामायण ने एक बहुत important role play करा, for not only for the kids but for even for me, because when the Ramayana used to come on Doordarshan, I was very young, so I have seen it for the first time fully. तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है मेरी डॉटर भी मेरे साथ बैठ के देखती थी और उसके बाद उसने कहा मामा मैं इसको पूरा रीड करना चाहूंगी. तो कहीं ना कहीं ये एक इम्पोर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट है कि हम अपना जो पास्ट है, हमारा जो कल्चर है, उसके थ्रू हम बच्चों को अपब्रिंग करेंगे तो शायद डिफिकल्टीज अब कम होगी. और बात करें बाहर ले जाने की, तो अब when हम जब लॉकडाउन पोस्ट लॉकडाउन पीरियड में जब पेरेंट्स भी बाहर जाएंगे बैक टू नॉर्मल लाइफ, या एग्जैक्टली नॉट नॉर्मल लाइफ बट हाँ शेड्यूल्ड लाइफ में आएंगे, तो कहीं ना कहीं हमें बच्चों के शेड्यूल्स भी बनाने पड़ेंगे yes, you complete up your work, in the night we'll go for a ride. Precautions के साथ, but with the open air, you cannot, we people are humans, हम ऐसे isolation में नहीं रह सकते for a longer duration of time. तो ये बात हमें समझनी पड़ेगी, और पूरे समय हम बच्चों को ये नहीं कह सकते हैं just live in a one room or a hall or a house. You have to, जैसे पासी मैम ने शुरू में कहा था कि with your own common sense, you have to take them to the fresh air. You have to show them the world. तो ऐसा नहीं है क्योंकि अब हमें इसके साथ ही जीना है. So now we have to understand the fact when we have to live with this pandemic, so we have to be like very much sensible enough when we are taking them out of the home. But yes, we have to make up a schedule, and we have to take them for rides or show them something else which they are not seeing in the whole day.
Sure. Also, I just want to go back to Dr. Pasi ma'am for a minute. You know, when children are stuck at home, and we were talking about how to keep them engaged, the easiest thing is usually the TV, mobile phones, games, internet. So on that topic of gadgets and internet, do electronic gadgets adversely affect the growth of children? And if they do, above what age are these gadgets, do they become safe, relatively safe? So, is this an actual threat that children are doing too much, are spending too much time on gadgets and the internet, etc.?
You've touched a very sensitive nerve for me, because I'm very particular about screen time in children. I think it makes a huge difference in the way children think and the way they behave and the way they understand. It's such an important thing. Of course, the American Academy of Pediatrics has this guideline which is very clear that below 2 years, zero screen time. Absolutely zero screen time for all children below 2 years. And above that, a very carefully monitored 1 hour in a day. And screen time means mobile phone, laptop, iPad, computer, everything. So it's so important. What are the problems with screen time? That's the important thing. It's the easiest thing to do. Give them a mobile phone and you do what you like, and they're doing what they like. There are huge impacts of excessive screen time. In the very young child, below 3-4 years of age, children who use a lot of mobile phones or TVs, there is increasing data to suggest they are at very high risk to develop autism. So, and you would, I mean, if you are in that area, you would know that in the last 20 years, the rates of autism all over the world are creeping up significantly. So it's like 200 times what it was 30 years ago. And around the same time, television and mobile phones have come in. So there is a very, very strong risk of abnormal networks developing in your brain if you have used mobiles and television in the first 2 years of age, when your brain is still developing. That's the strong point. Besides that, of course, all parents know that children who use too much of screen time, they are more hyperactive, they are more irritable. That's the direct thing. You're thinking, you become a passive thinker when you use the mobile. You do not actively use your brain. So your overall intelligence goes down. And your first 5 years is the time where there's explosive growth of neurons in your brain, and there's enormous scope to build up your intelligence and thinking. So at that time, you're doing something passive like watching a mobile is really harmful to the child. Then of course the other things, like you watching mobile, so you're not exercising, you're watching TV and you're just eating junk food because that's the simplest thing to do, keep popping in chips and stuff when you're watching TV. So your nutrition is gone, your exercise is gone, your thinking is gone, and your behavior is gone. You're being influenced. If you look at television, it is a lot of the advertisements are targeted at children, and they are teaching you all kinds of value systems and stuff which your parents should be doing, and not somebody sitting and planning advertisements for you. So there's nothing good I can say about screen time and mobile time.
All right, sure. Of course, now this takes on a new meaning altogether in this time, and most of learning has to be on screen time. But hopefully, this is a temporary phase, and we move on from there. Mrs. Nehru, just as an educationist, have you come across any research on how long children can concentrate for? So, how do parents, or obviously your school and your teachers, you will be guiding also to devise pockets of time for learning based on how long children can concentrate? Is there such a time? Is there such a methodology?
Concentrate on online, you mean? You mean
No,
online?
no, on
learning?
anything, yes. On anything, but yes, especially online in this day and age.
See, as far as online is concerned, I totally agree with Dr. Pasi, actually. I am also not too much in favor of online time spending. All right. Today, we don't have an option, and it is for a short term, we guess. So we are taking this option out. But left to me, I would not touch that so much. And I totally agree, Dr. Pasi, that we need to use the online option, not let it use us. Otherwise, there'll be a lot of repercussions. Now, having said that, how much time a child needs? See, 6 hours time, the child can, be into the learning, teaching mode. All right, that is there, and there is no end to it. We are changing the system of teaching learning, by the way, in India. All right, and this is the right time. We've already initiated it, all of us across India, and once this comes, then there is nothing called how much time a child should be giving to his, teaching learning, because it's something like, if somebody is very fond of, say, painting, so as he is a painter, he becomes a professional painter also. So as he's painting, he doesn't say, I'm working. He's painting, that's his passion. So finally, when the children will be learning, it will be a very passionate kind of a learning, where it will be so student-centric that the child will not be feeling the pinch, ultimately. So if you ask me how much time, it depends. It depends on everything, and it's going to be integrated learning, by the way, in the coming years, starting from maybe the next year. All right. So the children can learn. There is no end to it. I mean, the only thing is we change the way we conduct the teaching learning. It's not only one way. A child can learn through sports, a child can learn through music, a child can learn through books, storybooks, a child can learn through art and craft. So there are so many various ways to keep changing, and his interest is always upbeat.
So I think good news there in terms of, and I do believe there's a lot of movements across the world, like the Maker movement, etc., which talk about what you've done. So great that we're going to, try and start that in India as well.
Yes.
Dr. Pasi, just coming back to you on, the health, the basic health of children. How does washing hands help combat the coronavirus? I mean, we've been told 20 seconds, finger by finger, everything, but how does it really help? That's my first question, so that, parents can understand why it is necessary. We don't do it mindlessly. And the second thing is effects in the long run.
Both are very important questions. So, the coronavirus has a fatty layer around it. And when you use soap and water, the fatty layer gets damaged and the virus gets destroyed. So by using soap and water, you're killing the virus. And it's a simple, cheap way to do it. The second thing when you use soap and water is you're mechanically washing it away. So all the dirt and mud and the viruses and bacteria get mechanically washed away when you use soap and water. Now, the point you made is very important about sanitizers, because the whole world is now using a lot of sanitizers. And so you need to be really careful. The bottom line to remember is soap and water is the best. Now, sanitizer is an option when you have nothing else. You cannot do a soap and water wash. Better than nothing is to use a sanitizer. But if your hands are full of mud and grease, the sanitizer will not clear away the mud and grease. If there's a virus in the middle of that mud and grease, and all kids are all muddy hands most of the time. So, and your sanitizer is not going to clean it away. Soap and water is going to wash it. And if the virus is in the mud, the sanitizer is not so effective. But sometimes when you have no other option, go ahead and use the sanitizer. Coming to your point about what is the long-term problems, that's an important thing. There are some sanitizers which have some chemicals like trichlorophos. That's supposed to have long-term side effects. But the pure alcohol-based sanitizers are okay to use.
Okay. And we also spoke earlier about building immunity a fair bit. And I just wanted to understand, if immunity is built, does it last over time or does it decrease? Is it a constant effort to keep your immunity high? And do we feel any different? Do I know that I'm more immune, or is it just that I don't fall sick, so I know I'm immune? Do you feel any different when your immunity is better? I was just curious on that.
So immunity is it's like your bank balance. You have to make deposits every day. You have to work on it. You can't say, okay, now I'm immune and now I can do whatever I like. Every day you must work at it. So you must sleep well, you must eat well, everything which everybody else spoke about. You must eat well, sleep well, exercise, and you must be happy. If you're happy, you're more immune. That's an important thing. Be cheerful. Work at being happy and cheerful. And what is the second part? Second part was, you asked me something else. And how do you feel? How do you know you're immune?
Yeah, yes. If at all.
Yeah. So this one simple thing is, if you feel energetic and you feel like doing things, you sleep well and you feel hungry, then you have a good immunity.
That's a good rule of thumb. Thank you for that. And Dr. Malik, since we're talking about immunity, and you spoke about how sports, fitness, and activity are all related to that. When you come to kids, because most of the people attending the webinar today are parents of young children, what is the meaning of fitness with reference to kids? How do we understand this, say, in contrast to something which we understand, which is adults' fitness? But for children especially, what is the meaning of fitness?
So I think I'll explain it through a very different term which we are propagating. The term is called the physical literacy. It is a child who is literate physically for lifelong, while fitness is a milestone in between, because there is no clear dimension of fitness from even for all of us. All of us have different fitness level at different point of time. So this is one area where we want parent also to play active role, that a child get physical literate or on the physical literacy journey when they engage in various kind of movements, which can be fitness movement, physical activity movement, dance movement, art and craft, drawing. So how to use our body, even the expression part of it. So expressive is also integral part of the physical literacy. So as a parent, we can focus upon that. We have a lot more variety of the activity as a children at less than 10 years. And the better word for that is called the stage for building the movement vocabulary. Movement vocabulary. Vocabulary consists of all possible action. I can lift a bottle, I can dance with my mom, I can walk the stairs. So at that stage, rather than the fitness, the science has been more around build a neural connection of millions of potential movement a body can do. And from that point of view, rather than the fitness, I would look into two parts. The stage which you may have, active toddler is a first stage. A child who's just active, he's just actively playing. Then we call the playful children. Children who are naturally energetic and they're playful. They find their ways with friend, with father, mother. They're just playful. Third stage comes the interested one. So where they like some activity, like any child like to dance, and they start doing on their own. They go to YouTube, learn new dance move. So this is a simple stage for the fitness for me. General activity, playfulness, and an interest which they want to develop on their own. So rather than keeping fitness headset as a parent, if we can focus upon these three aspects, that is a much better option.
Sure. And you said at the basic level, what we should focus on is movement vocabulary. So for some of us who do not really understand that, is there some basic, I don't know, exercises or, an indoor activity in lieu of an outdoor activity which we can do to build this vocabulary, or does it come naturally to most children?
So it has two component of it. One is to the culture. MP people will do their local dance much better because they're seeing it in their families. Or a Punjabi doing Bhangra, same way, other state as well. So one is a culture root. Second part, which we, for the layman, we call it three ways. One is called the locomotor skills, means children how to move one place to another, through hop, through jump, jump on the bed, come back, jump on the sofa. So this is called the locomotor skill for the children. Second is called the non-locomotor skill, which children perform standing yoga, standing stretch, all these activity which they do standing, called the non-locomotor skill. Third is called the manipulative skills. Manipulative means I play with phone, catch here, there, jump it. These are called the manipulative skills. So for the parent, these three things, they just keep sure that my child is engaged in all three kind of activities. As simple as that, sometime I can play pillow catch with the children. A lot of games can be created using home equipment. I've seen some children playing bowling with the bottles, it's bottles and child rolling a ball to play with them. So these are the three simple things. Children when don't move activity, movement activity, and playing with any object. These are the three ways to easily understand.
Sure. So while I just want to wrap up on the the part which is building immunity, nourishment, etc. So I'll just go over to Mrs. Gitanjali again for what is the diet that we can give to nourish children, and what is there an ideal time of the day for mothers to plan, fathers to plan meals?
The ideal time for planning meals a day before. The plan should be made a day before when you want to prepare anything. Next day is to implement your plan. Okay, so we should have the plan a day before, and all the ingredients should be there according to your plan. Then, as I said, that we can include everything that is required for nurturing children or giving them good nourishment. Like yogurt, I said. Then two things that I want to emphasize again on is vitamin A, that is mango. These days children love it. Mango can be given in the form of mango shakes and fruit yogurt. Secondly, I want to emphasize on vitamin E, like almonds and peanuts are good sources. So peanut chicky and dry fruit chicky or dry fruit powders can be added to various meals. And as far as planning the meal is, right from the morning till night, there are few food components which should be there in your daily life, daily routine, like dal, pulses. Then there should be legumes, that is sprouted fruit should be there at least once or twice a week. Then fermented food should be there at least twice a week. Then dahi should be there at least on alternate days. And dal, chawal, sabzi, roti, that regular Indian thali is very good. It is actually a therapeutic diet. It includes curd, and chutney is very important, which contains ginger, zira. Then there can be senna namak. Then there can be what all elements, dhania and pudina. Everything which is important that Ayush Mantralaya is telling you to eat. It is everything is there. You can put those chutneys in sandwiches and wraps that are prepared for the family. So all food components, if they are there, you will get a balanced diet and your immunity will always be boosted.
Sure. Thank you. Dr. Basi, we've been, talking about how we've got to learn to live with COVID. And while we do that, the real relief will come only when we have a vaccine or a cure. So as part of the medical fraternity, do you want to hazard a guess as to how far away these vaccines and cures are? And in the meantime, are we using any stopgap medicines, either in allopathy, homeopathy, Ayurvedic, to treat symptomatic cases? So yeah, basically, what is the progress in the medical field as far as battling COVID is there?
So there are about 90 companies which are working on a vaccine right now, and they're at various stages of development. And there's one Indian company called the Serum Institute, you might have heard of, which is working with the University of Oxford, and they have started phase 1 trials on humans. And there's another which is on human trials, is in a Chinese vaccine, and one in the US. But if you think about it, an average vaccine from start to coming to the patient, it takes 10 years. The average time for a development of a vaccine, because it has to go through so many stages. It goes to the stage 2 to 3 years, the development process, and then there's a phase 1 trial, a phase 2 trial, and a phase 3 trial in humans. And then finally the regulatory trial. So overall, the average vaccine takes 10 years. Maybe the corona vaccine will come out earlier because the whole world is working on it. The world is in a mess, so they're going to do it faster. The last time a very fast vaccine came was the Ebola vaccine, and that took about 6 years when the epidemic was going on in Africa. So it's not going to be so early, though everybody is waiting for it, because you really need a safe vaccine before it's being given to human beings. Second,
Sorry, go ahead.
second thing about drugs is, we have these protocols which are developed by the ICMR, which is the Indian Council of Medical Research, and we see corona patients in our hospital. So we have a standard protocol. Most people, even in adults, children, they hardly need any drugs as a rule. And most adults, 85 to 90% don't need anything much. And the other drugs which are in trial include hydroxychloroquine, doxycycline, ivermectin, azithromycin, remdesivir, and then there are tocilizumab, and these are monoclonal antibodies. So they are drugs. The problem is that the disease has started so quickly, we still don't have very strong data about what is really working. So there's this solidarity trial which the WHO is doing, in which it's trying to trial all the drugs and come out with an answer. But working in the front line, I can tell you, hydroxychloroquine seems to be working well.
Okay.
I think we're okay. We're not so bad as the media seems to be projecting.
Yes. Also, I think one question that most of us have as people who are not at all related to the medical fraternity is most of the symptoms you hear about COVID-19 are very general. It's like any other flu. So is there any distinctive symptom that tells us, no, this is not your common flu and you have COVID? We've heard something about altered sense of taste and smell, but what does that really mean? So is there any way of us knowing that, yes, this is COVID and not a flu?
Yeah, like you said, this loss of smell and taste is very distinctive. Many patients will come and say, we just can't smell anything, we can't taste anything. That's very, very, very specific for COVID compared to any other flu. Other thing which I see is a lot of children say there's a lot of body aches, which is disproportionate to the normal flu which we see. Then there's some which have reports from Europe where they have what is called the COVID toe, in which they're like chilblains on the toes, the bluish reddish swelling on the toes, and sometimes some ulcers and rashes on the legs, which are very particular and a little typical for COVID compared to the others. But otherwise, it's just like a normal flu. I think you should take it like a normal flu.
Okay. And just for the parents who are logging in, if very quickly, of course, because I'm sure the list will be very big, but can you guide us on COVID-free hospitals that are earmarked for routine consultations? Because often we have to give children vaccination, so do you suggest any hospitals for that, or do you suggest an option of online consultations if it's available in Indore? How do we access the same?
So the government has this green hospitals, so that's a good place for all people to go. Green hospitals include CHL, Apollo, Medanta, Bombay Hospital. Many hospitals are green. And then most of the pediatricians have started work now for the last week or 2 weeks. So, and those who are not linked to Red Hospital is perfectly fine to go to most of them. Teleconsultations, most pediatricians are doing teleconsultations, either through a WhatsApp video or through their apps which have teleconsultation services. So I think it's pretty, if they talk to their pediatrician, I'm sure they'll just either do a WhatsApp video teleconsult, or they can go to green hospitals.
Sure.
Interrupting in between, I'll just ask all the panelists to see the questions which the attendees are having. So you just during this time when ma'am is asking the questions, you just go through with those questions. We'll have those answers in the last. Continue, Mrs. Gayatri.
Yeah, sure. So, Mrs. Renu, after health, I think the most important thing to parents is learning. So, when can we expect children to go back to school? I know this is more a policy decision, but you know, from your expertise.
Yeah. So like I said, I wish I was God and I could tell you, but I'm not, and I can't. But my take is that things will start settling down by September, not before that. Having said that, I don't think some of the parents of the younger kids are going to send the children even then. So it's a long haul. It's not going to be that easy for anybody to take a chance to send the children to school. Like initially we spoke, the younger children, they will not be in a habit to keep that distance, social distancing, and putting the mask on. So that's a dicey situation if the virus still persists at that time. They're saying it's got mutated and that I don't know what all is coming. I don't know. I have no clue. The doctors would know better. But still, we can't take a chance with children. So for the younger children, say below class 1 or 2 also, I don't think the school is going to start in a long time. At least I'm not going to start till such time that I'm very clear that the children are safe. Coming, half not coming. What half? I mean, the other half who come, they can just go and just keep hugging the other children. That's what they do. The children show love to the teacher, to the other peer group. So how can you stop that? How will you make them keep a distance? So younger children, definitely not. Senior kids, yes. The schools, I have a feeling by September, it should be slightly settled for the senior kids to come. They would be back in that mode of, what precautions to take, how to go about it, keep a distance. It would have settled in their psyche. So they could start in September, not before that. People are saying July, August. I don't think so. September is a comfortable bet I'm taking. And I think that's the time when, when the schools will begin.
So the two groups of children you mentioned, the younger children, and then there is the older children. So for the younger children, my question is, there might be a substantial gap in studies. So is the education system going to face the challenge of students having forgotten what they had learned earlier? And as for the older children, there's going to be a very reduced academic calendar. So how are schools planning to manage that?
Two different questions. So first I'll take the junior children. Nothing ever stops. Education never stops. I mean, have you seen, there are so many children who do home learning. There are so many children who don't go to school for a long time, and suddenly in class 8, somebody finds them to be good. Poor children, and they go and they do very well. So learning never really stops. And now here the onus is going to fall heavily on the parents also, the younger children's parents. That is why, again, I'm planning to, I don't have any time left. The whole day, since the morning I've been up, and now my eyes also, giving way. That screen time is bad for us also. But we are trying to come up with a program for parents to do home learning and how to go about it, so that they can deal with the children in the best positive way in case they don't go to school. So we are trying to come up with that kind of a program. If I do, I'll be in touch with my parents and I'll tell them how to go about. We'll handhold them, of course, and we'll do that. Plus, thoda bahut to chalega online, to wo chalega. The children also want. Today I spoke to the children, they all want. So online bhi chalega. For the senior children, yes, 30% of the syllabus will be cut. That even the CBSE is doing, even we have done, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
Oh, that is great news.
That is the best news, because there's so much redundant we teach to the children, which doesn't really come handy anytime in their lives. So that redundant thing is gone. Thank God for that. My children are not going to be, wo bhi karna, baad mein kabhi bhi nahi humko uske bare mein janna hai, wo wala nahi hoga. तो हम वही पढ़ाएंगे जो मतलब का है syllabus. And इंटरेस्टिंग वे से हम ट्राई कर रहे हैं पढ़ाने की. बच्चे आराम से पढ़ेंगे, उनका थोड़ा सा भार भी कम होगा एंड बहुत अच्छी तरह से आगे चलेंगे. और ऐसा भी नहीं है कि बच्चे अगर ये चीजें नहीं पढ़े तो जिंदगी में पीछे रह जाएंगे. कोई पीछे नहीं रहेंगे, सब आगे चलते जाएंगे. इट इज जस्ट दैट ऐसे नहीं पकड़ के हम ऐसे पकड़ेंगे कान. ये 1 साल पूरा सोसाइटी समझती है कि जल्दी से जल्दी भेजो बच्चों को, पीछे रह गए. अब सारी सोसाइटी बैठी हुई है तो कोई पीछे नहीं रहेंगे, सब बहुत अच्छी तरह से समझ जाएंगे कि कभी कोई पीछे नहीं रहता है. बच्चों को प्लीज गिव देम टाइम टू ब्रीथ एंड उतना ही बोझा दीजिए जितना बच्चे इंजॉय करके जिंदगी अपना पढ़ सके. आई एम वेरी हैप्पी. कम हो रहा है, मैं तो कहती हूँ 25% हो जाए. There are other important things to do in life than just doing physics, chemistry, biology, maths, and all that.
Wonderful, wonderful. And you mentioned, of course, one reform that we are more about how do I say it? Designing the studies around what people
Yes.
like painting, etc., etc.
Yes.
So, are we expecting any other reforms in India's education system? Of course, this itself is a huge reform, but to gear itself for this new normal, which is COVID-19, are there any other reforms since you're in the vanguard of the education industry in the country?
You know, like you yourself said, this is a huge reform. It's not small. It's when I talk to my teachers and the principals when we are speaking, we don't call it just teaching learning reform. It's a whole educational program. We are reinventing, recreating a program. And in this program, there are so many पहलू जो होते हैं, बहुत सारे पहलू हैं. Creating the curriculum, creating the teaching learning methods and methods, training the teachers, training the parents, then integrating various subjects into one. It is such a huge project. You can't even imagine. So it's not going to be implemented in a hurry. It's going to take 3 years, but it has begun. 2023 is what the CBSE says. So, but it's going to be lovely. It's going to be so lovely, so lovely. यहाँ मैं हमेशा बोलती हूँ, मैं फिर से बोलूँगी कि हमारा जो एजुकेशन सिस्टम इतना रिडंडेंट था, अंग्रेज हमारे को ये एजुकेशन सिस्टम में हमारे जहन में घुसा के चले गए. वो लोग तो हमारा जो था पहले का उसको चेंज करा. वो लोग यहाँ पर उन्होंने एजुकेशन सिस्टम जो इंट्रोड्यूस करा, वो इसलिए करा था, वो इंट्रोड्यूस हमारे इंडियंस के लिए, क्योंकि उनको क्लार्क्स की जरूरत थी. उनको चाहिए थे बाबू जो उनका काम कर सके. तो उन्होंने वो वाला करा कि बस तुम कुछ इंक्वायरी नहीं कर सकते, क्वेश्चन नहीं कर सकते, जो हम बोल रहे हैं बोलो, नहीं तो पनिश होगे. तो हम लोग का कंडीशन वैसे हो गए. हम लोग तो हम बच्चे भी वैसे बाबू हम निकाल रहे हैं, हम क्लार्क्स निकाल रहे हैं, एक जनरेशन के बाद एक. फाइनली वी रियलाइज कि हमको क्लरिकल स्टाफ नहीं निकालना है, हमको साइंटिस्ट भी निकालने हैं, हमको थिंकिंग आर्टिस्ट भी निकालने हैं, हमको बहुत कुछ निकालने. उसके लिए हमको एजुकेशन सिस्टम को बदलना पड़ेगा. वो जो अंग्रेजों वाला है उसको हटाना पड़ेगा. एंड वी हैव टू रिक्रिएट. वो अब कोविड, थैंक यू कोविड फॉर दिस वन पॉजिटिव. इस कोविड की वजह से हम सारा का सारा चेंज कर रहे हैं. आई एम सो एक्साइटेड, यू कांट इमेजिन. हमारे बच्चों के लिए गोल्डन पीरियड ऑफ एजुकेशन शुरू होने वाला है in our country. I don't know about the world. I'm not interested also. I'm just interested in my country and my children. They'll get the best.
It's wonderful to hear the passion in everything you say. Thank you for that. Ms. Sethi, just one question back to you, and then one more, and I'll hand over to you to handle go through the questions that the parents have. But for you, Ms. Sethi, when children are at home, how do we create compartments in the day for school, work, and play? Since we're all together, so it's easier when you go to school. You finish your work, you come back. Sure, you have 1 hour for homework, etc. But the day is sort of compartmentalized. Now, when the day is not like that, how do you think parents can create those sort of a compartment in the day for their children?
Creating compartments during the day is a little tough for the parents at home, but yes, they have to do. Because now it cannot be like for the morning half of the day you study and then afterwards you do whatever has been given in their online assignments, and then you go and do something else, like you eat or something else, you do something else. You cannot do that way, because school doesn't only impart education, they are doing many other things, and that is why a child can spend 6 hours, a long time in the school, but they cannot sit for the long duration at home for studies. If we see the children, we cannot ask them, you just sit for 3 hours, you complete your work, and then you get back to any other chows of your home. But then in that case, I feel that you can have 40 minutes, and for the very small kids, you have to sit with them. अभी बहुत सारे स्कूल बंद हो गए तो घर घर में एक स्कूल खुल गया है. A mother can impart education what 10 teachers can do for a child. So in that case, that for the younger ones, mother has to sit with them, and I don't know exactly कि एक बच्चे का concentration level कितना होता है, but जितना मुझे रीडिंग और एक्सपीरियंस से पता है उतना बताऊंगी कि somewhere around 20 मिनट से ज्यादा का कंसंट्रेशन लेवल एक चाइल्ड में नहीं होता है. तो मैं छोटे बच्चों की बात कर रही हूँ. Might be it is increased in the for the elder ones, but still that also is not increased. It cannot be stretched. इसीलिए शायद स्कूल्स में जो पीरियड होते हैं 40-45 मिनट्स के होते हैं. और हम देखें कि स्कूल में जब पीरियड्स होते हैं तो उसमें टीचर्स आते हैं, जाते हैं, बच्चे आंसर करते हैं, स्कूल में क्वेश्चंस पूछे जाते हैं, बच्चे आपस में दे टॉक टू द पीयर ग्रुप आल्सो, देन दे डू लॉट ऑफ मस्ती आल्सो व्हिच टीचर्स डजंट लाइक. तो इस सब से उनका एंटरटेनमेंट भी होता है, एंजॉयमेंट भी होता है. व्हेन दे आर सिटिंग अलोन हैविंग ऑनलाइन एजुकेशन एट होम, वी कैन नॉट आस्क देम कि भाई ये टाइम पर आप कंप्लीटली पढ़ लो. So then you have to make it like in the morning when you wake up, do a little exercise, then sit for some time, half an hour for study, then you come along with me, you do some work, and then obviously screen time is not good, but I feel ki everybody knows in the world that zero, jaise maine hota hai, zero screen time below 2 and even less of screen time, or it should be for even for the elders it should be very minimum which is required. तो उस केसेस में भी हम बताएं तो कहीं ना कहीं ये सब जानते हैं पर कहीं ना कहीं हम कर तो नहीं पा रहे हैं. Everybody is knowing कि mobile is not good, but still when you are busy you give the mobile to your younger ones or your children. कई बार तो मैं पेरेंट्स को बोलती हूँ कि आपके घर में टीवी चालू है, कोई नहीं देख रहा है, बट वो सिर्फ बैकग्राउंड म्यूजिक दे रही है and still it is on. Why? You are free, so you are scrolling your mobile just because you are free. So if you are free, then don't scroll your mobile. At least इस प्लेटफॉर्म पे आज मैं ये बोलना चाहूंगी पेरेंट्स को कि ठीक है जहाँ जरूरी है, क्योंकि ये रिप्लेसमेंट ऑफ एजुकेशन ऑनलाइन तो नहीं ले सकता है, इट इज जस्ट सपोर्टिव, बट जहाँ जरूरी है वहां तो हमें एक टेक्नोलॉजी इस टाइम पर हमारे लिए ब्लेसिंग इन डिस्गाइज है कि हम उसके थ्रू कनेक्टिविटी विद द रिलेटिव्स, कनेक्टिविटी टू एवरीबॉडी वी आर एबल टू सेट अप. और जैसे कि मेरा एक डिस्कशन नेहरू मैम से पहले हुआ था तो उन्होंने कहा था कि शायद ये बाद में भी हमें सपोर्टिव रहेगा जब इस समय पे लोगों की लर्निंग होगी. तो समर ब्रेक जल्दी हो गए तो हम इन दैट टाइम एजुकेशन विल नॉट बी स्टॉप, हैवी रेनफॉल्स आई तो विल नॉट बी स्टॉप. तो उस तरह का अगर क्वालिटी स्क्रीन टाइम है तो देन इट इज गुड. बट मैं इस प्लेटफॉर्म से पेरेंट्स से रिक्वेस्ट करूंगी ड्यूरिंग ईटिंग एटलीस्ट जब हम बच्चों को खाना खिला रहे हैं तभी हमें बच्चों को मोबाइल और ये सारे गैजेट्स नहीं देने चाहिए, व्हिच इज रियली हार्मफुल. जो बच्चा खा रहा है उसके आधा भी खाएगा तो चलेगा, बट और बहुत छोटे छोटे एक्टिविटीज में कई बार पेरेंट्स को बोलती हूँ, अपने स्कूल के पेरेंट्स को बोलती हूँ कि करो. जैसे बच्चे छोटी कटोरी में पानी है, बड़े ग्लास में डालना है, चम्मच से डलवाओ, वो बैलेंस बनाते हैं, आप खिलाओगे वो फट से मुंह खोल लेंगे, खा लेंगे. इट इज नॉट ओनली द एडवर्टाइजमेंट्स ऑन द टीवी व्हिच दे सी एंड डिस्ट्रैक्ट एंड यू मेक देम ईट व्हाटएवर यू वांट टू मेक देम, क्योंकि कहीं ना कहीं इससे बच्चे टेस्ट भूलते जा रहे हैं, कितना खाया वो भी भूल जाते हैं. सिर्फ आपको पता होता है कि वो इतना खाता है, बच्चे को नहीं पता होता है वो कितना खाता है. तो वो और बार बार ना खिलाओ, लंबा टाइम गैप रखो, सो देन दे विल कीप ऑन, दे विल फील दैट हंगर. एंड प्लीज स्क्रीन टाइम के साथ खाना मत खिलाओ तो शायद बेहतर होगा. और इसी तरह से पूरे डेली अपने आप जैसे अपने लिए एक शेड्यूल बनाते हो कि पूरे दिन भर में मुझे आज सुबह उठते से सोच लेते हो I have to clean my house, then I have to make matris today, ये काम करना है. ऐसे take out some 5 minutes and make a schedule for a child also कि आज हमें बच्चे से, आज सपोज कर लो कि आज हमको नॉर्मल अल्फाबेट से आज हम उसको वो दिखाएंगे या उससे रिलेटेड पिक्चर्स दिखाएंगे. आज हम क्या शेड्यूल है, आज क्या क्वालिटी टाइम, आज एक स्टोरी सुनाएंगे. या बड़े बच्चे हैं, my elder daughter is in class 8, so I then ask her कि you read this paragraph, we'll discuss it on it, but not right now, after I'll complete up my book. So you make certain schedules for your child also, then you will be able to segregate those hours, because the rest of the day you have a lot of things with your child to do, eating, then playing, other things also, so you just make up a schedule for them.
Sure, thanks. I think I have one last question, and this is quite important. The importance of emotional health of children, which really cannot be overstated. So I'll start with Mrs. Nehru, but it's for all the panelists, and so we can go around after after one each finishes. That how can we create a sense of community for the children when they are not surrounded by friends? So how do we replicate their hours of togetherness with friends? They go out. It teaches them much. I mean, it looks to us like that they're just having a nice time, but there's a lot of bonding. There's a lot of things they learn from that. So in the absence of that, until we go back into regular schools, how do we create that sense of community? Mrs. Nehru, I think you're on mute. I'm sorry.
We have this gadget called the mobile, and we can go video calling with our, they can do that with the kids. And now they have this platform of Zoom also. So the parents can get together and say, okay, fine, we'll give our children, maybe on a Sunday, they can sit together and they can be together, chat up for about, say, half an hour, 40 minutes, whatever. They monitor that. That is one. But, well, screen time again, there is no other option. Another is that, whoever is in the neighborhood, if they are secure, because now people have to move out. They cannot be ensconced in the houses behind the mask and behind the bedroom door. They have to come out finally. People are coming out. They have to get used to it. So slowly, maybe the neighborhood children can, they can be brought together, they can sit together, they can play some games, keeping a distance, which a lot of them are doing now. And slowly they have to be brought back to normal life, because like a lot of everybody is saying, this is going to be the normal for maybe the next 2 years. So what do you expect? The children will be inside the house for all those. So we have to teach them on one hand how to take the precautions, on second hand to go out and start mixing to a certain level. In fact, you are saying that, why the children, they are missing out on the bonding, all of this thing and that thing. I think that bonding thing had crossed all limits now. It had to be stopped. And they had no time for family, for this thing. It was only my friend, my friend, my friend, and nothing above my friend. So I'm very happy again that this thing has stopped that, and the children will learn the importance of family, of parents, of grandparents, of siblings. Siblings के साथ भी नहीं था उनका. It was just friends. मॉल में घूम रहे हैं, यहाँ घूम रहे हैं, friends, पार्टीज हो रही हैं. अब ये सब कुछ नहीं है. हमारे जमाने में भी नहीं था, तो हम लोग को तो कोई बॉन्डिंग को फर्क नहीं पड़ा. हम तो और बॉन्डेड है अपने सिबलिंग्स से, फैमिली से. अब ये वापस वही जमाना आएगा जहां पर हमको बॉन्ड करना, अपनी फैमिली से, अपने सिबलिंग्स से, अपने पेरेंट्स से, अपने ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स से बॉन्ड करिए. आपको बाहर जाने की जरूरत नहीं है, अपने घर में सब लोग हैं. और अगर नहीं है तो आप स्क्रीन टाइम दीजिए. नेबरहुड इज आल्सो फैमिली. नेबरहुड में आप करिए थोड़ा सा डिस्टेंस करके. So that is how we have to do. There is no other option. This is how we have to do, and we have to teach them. एक और चीज है बड़ी important, मैं भूल गई. We should encourage the children to read a lot. Very important. Reading. If I was just going through some Googling, and वहाँ पर all successful people, there's one habit they have, that's of reading. They read a lot. Reading gives you knowledge, and knowledge gives you power, and power gives you success. So if you read a lot, you gain a lot of knowledge, in-depth knowledge. So this is the time when the children can read a lot. And fortunately, we have libraries now in our schools, which are very, very functional libraries, very good libraries. So schools have opened up in a way, at least the admin staff. So now the parents can start coming, and they can start, getting books issued for the children, going back and giving the books. I think we can start doing that. Library को अच्छी तरह से use करें. It will be very good.
Dr. Fasi.
Sorry, I just want to interrupt between. Certain questions are there for Punita ma'am. So attendees have raised some questions, so just please answer them. The program for training the parents, as you have said in this web talk, is for SS, like for Satyasai parents, or program, or CBSE designed for all. CBSE is designed for all.
No, it's a Satyasai. CBSE is not designing any program. We are designing for our parents.
Okay, then another question again, somebody has asked, we all run out of ideas and resources, stories and conversations. Don't keep kids engaged, as they have tasted technology now. we all cannot compete with that, and it's quite demanding along with work life.
So
You can even read on your screen even this question. Beyond
fine.
that,
What they're saying is, I understood. What they're saying is that for the parents to compete with technology is a big issue. Second, they run out of ideas. Isn't it? These two things they are saying.
we all run out of ideas and resources, stories and conversations don't keep kids engaged. Okay. As they've tasted technology now, yes, now they are very much like online, and so we all cannot compete with that, and it's quite demanding. Yes.
As it is, they are on screen for such a long time, so now they have to untaste the technology. They have to balance it. But पढ़ाई करें या technology taste करते रहें, अब तो नहीं हो सकता. First thing. Secondly, there's so many ways. There are books to be read. There are conversations to be done. हमको कंप्यूटर ने एंड टेक्नोलॉजी ने इतना रोबोटिक कर दिया था कि हमारे वी वर लाइक वुडन टू इमोशंस टू टॉकिंग टू पीपल. लेट देम स्टार्ट लर्निंग हाउ टू कन्वर्स विद फैमिली मेंबर्स. वो खत्म हो गया था. यू नो, लेट देम सिट विद देम, और लेट देम रीड बुक्स, लेट देम डू सो मेनी क्राफ्ट के इतनी सारी एक्टिविटीज है. लेट देम डू दैट. लेट देम स्टार्ट राइटिंग, creating stuff. The children in these days, they write so beautifully, they're so creative. Children are coming up with their own magazines. Tell them, okay, make a group and start creating. Today one parent gave a very good idea to me during the meeting that I had. They said, ma'am, why don't you do alternate days teaching? And I've agreed. Now Satyasai mein, we will in class 5 we'll do alternate days reading, studying curriculum. The other alternate days, they said, make groups of similar interest children and let them do some creative activity. All right, I said, great idea. So I'm going to do that. You know what a brilliant idea this is. So now those children who are into creativity, I'll make a group for them. Those children who are into games, I'll make a group for them. And there's so many games that the children are even today playing. They told me, ma'am, you come on board, we'll make you play. I didn't have the time, so I didn't go. But there are lots of, you let the children create the games. Then there's computer, this PPT and all that they can make. You know, let them, we can involve, the teachers can involve the senior children into creating curriculum with them. They'll come up with brilliant ideas. So ये सब चीजें हैं, मगर देखिए, अब ये तो कह नहीं सकते हम लोग कि इसके सिवाय और आइडियाज कहाँ से आए. गूगल कर लीजिए आइडियाज तो यही है, टाइम भी यही है. आपको लाइफ स्किल्स भी सिखाना है, उनको सोना भी है 10 घंटे, जैसे डॉक्टर मलिक ने बोला, सोना भी है, पढ़ाई भी करनी है, पेरेंट्स से भी बात करनी है, ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स से भी, मदर फादर को हेल्प भी करना है, फिर अपने लिए भी टाइम निकालना है, रीडिंग के लिए भी टाइम निकालना है, खेलने के लिए भी. 30 घंटे तो नहीं है, 24 घंटे ही है. आई थिंक काफी है. लेट देम रेस्ट आल्सो, लेट देम जस्ट लेज अराउंड आल्सो. नहाएंगे धोएंगे भी हो जाएगा. इससे ज्यादा कितने आइडियाज चाहिए? बहुत है आइडियाज.
But ma'am, as if the question is कि चूंकि हम as being parents or elderly people, we are not able to use the technology as the children are using. So how?
Don't use the technology. Please don't. You're not supposed to use the technology. We all are saying, abhi Dr. Pasi said, and I agreed, that on screen is screen time is very, very harmful. Too much of it. अभी हम सब बोल रहे हैं, तो आप क्यों बार-बार टेक्नोलॉजी पे आप क्यों ले जा रहे हो? इजी पड़ जाता है पेरेंट को, टेक्नोलॉजी में करके छोड़ दिया बच्चे को. अब इतना इजी नहीं है, आप भी थोड़ा जिम्मेदारी लेनी पड़ेगी. आप भी सोचिए क्या क्या कर सकते हैं पेरेंट्स बच्चों के साथ. आपके साथ आपके पेरेंट्स से क्या करना था, हमारे पेरेंट्स से तब तो टीवी भी नहीं था, तो क्या करते थे हम लोग घर में. हम लोग के लिए ये भी नहीं था कि हम वहां जा रहे हैं खेलने, हम मॉल में चले गए. क्या करते थे हम? कोई कंप्यूटर नहीं था, कुछ नहीं था, कुछ तो करते थे. अब आप सोचिए क्या करते थे, अब वो सब करिए. सोचिए ना क्या करते थे, कितना कुछ है बच्चों को सिखाने के लिए. सो मच. घर का सारा काम सिखाइए बच्चे को, सिखाइए. जब कल बच्चा बाहर जाएगा, बाहर पढ़ने के लिए सब चाहते हैं भेजना, इवन बॉम्बे तक जाएगा, वहां पर अपने आप ही उसको कपड़े धोने पड़ेंगे, अपने आप उसको अलमारी लगानी पड़ेगी. किसी को नहीं आता, सब पेरेंट्स आके कहते हैं मैम ये करता नहीं, आप बताइए. बच्चे को सिखाइए हर रोज. उसका टाइम टेबल बन दीजिए कि इस समय तुम सारे घर के कपड़े उठा के लाओगे और यहाँ रखोगे, तुम इस समय तुम आके सब्जी काटोगे, टाइम कहाँ होगा. ये सब सिखाइए ना. कोई क्रिएटिविटी तो यही है, क्रिएटिविटी. टेक्नोलॉजी तो मैं नहीं बोलूंगी कि टेक्नोलॉजी में फिर ले जाइए, बिल्कुल भी नहीं. बच्चों को अनटेक कर दीजिए उस समय के लिए. टेक्नोलॉजी ओनली फॉर स्टडीइंग राइट नाउ, अदरवाइज नहीं. वैसे भी टीवी भी देख रहे हैं, यू नो, मूवीज भी देख रहे हैं, नेटफ्लिक्स भी चाहिए, समय, तो कहीं ना कहीं तो आपको राशन आउट करना पड़ेगा. एंड वन मोर थिंग, आई वांट टू टेल ऑल द पेरेंट्स, अब आपके ऊपर आई है ये, आपके शोल्डर्स पे. पहले आप आके कहते थे कि मैम प्लीज हमारा सुनता नहीं है, अब हमारी भी नहीं सुनेंगे बच्चे, हम तो है नहीं. आपको ही कंट्रोल करना पड़ेगा अपने बच्चों को, और कंट्रोल कर लीजिए, डरिए मत. हमको भी हमारे पेरेंट्स ने कंट्रोल करा था, हम भी बहुत शैतान थे, तो हमारे पेरेंट्स ने हमको कंट्रोल करके बिठाया ना, ये करो, तो आप भी करिए, कोई घबराइए मत, कुछ भी बच्चे नहीं करेंगे. आप थोड़ा सा स्ट्रिक्ट हो जाइए. You become strict with the children, जहाँ जितना necessary है strictness.
Yes, I totally agree. And somehow मुझे ऐसे लगता है कि हर पेरेंट आज की तारीख में वो देना चाहते हैं जो उन्हें नहीं मिला, बट वो कभी भी ये नहीं देना चाहते जो उन्हें मिला. तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है अब शायद पेरेंट्स को ये सोचना चाहिए हमारे चाइल्डहुड में हमें क्या मिला और हमें क्या देना है.
बिल्कुल.
Next question, the pandemic has changed the business models of several industries, and I believe the same for education setup as well. Well said, Madam Punita. How difficult it would be to operationalize that sort of shift, paradigm shift.
Paradigm shift.
Yes.
Difficult, but not impossible. जब करना है कोई चीज तो करनी है ना, करेंगे. वो लोग डिफिकल्टी आती है उनको क्या, और सिस्टम्स में जब अंग्रेज यहाँ आए थे उन्होंने शिफ्ट करा था सिस्टम, उनको डिफिकल्टी आई होगी, है ना. हम वापस जाएंगे अच्छे सिस्टम में, हमको डिफिकल्टी आएगी मगर कर लेंगे. आप घबराइए मत और बहुत अच्छा होगा. यही तो मजे हैं. चैलेंजेस नहीं होंगे तो क्या मजे हैं जिंदगी में, आराम से सब कुछ होता रहे तो फिर क्या है.
And we have to change with change, and that way.
Change is beautiful.
Yes, and this change, for at least for education sector, I feel this will be a blessing in disguise.
Yes, it will be. It will be.
How can
Definitely.
we explain everything to the teenagers? They are not ready to listen anything about COVID-19. They are always in their mobile. So again, I think this you have already answered so well, so we don't have to go again. Because of online classes, children are having headache and are getting weak. So what to do?
I just answered that lady when earlier.
Yes.
Talk to the school immediately. जैसे आज मेरी बात हुई पेरेंट्स से, अब जरूरत है कि जो प्रिंसिपल, I would say, ऑनलाइन ये प्लेटफॉर्म मिल गया है, प्लीज हैव रेगुलर मीटिंग्स विद द पेरेंट्स. आई हैव टोल्ड द पेरेंट्स 12 क्लासेस हैं, 12 दिन में हर एक दिन एक क्लास के पेरेंट्स से बात करूंगी, फिर 3 दिन का गैप देके फिर से बात करूंगी. We need to be in constant touch with the parents. Ask them the challenges they are facing. It's a new system online का. For teachers it's a new system, for parents it's a new system, for children. So जो इसके repercussions होंगे, we need to discuss and immediately handle them. जैसे आज बोला उन्होंने कि मैम it's too much, so I said okay immediately. They said मैम alternate day, I said fine. So now अब alternate day class 5 हो रहा है. All right. Parents and school have to join hands, walk hand in hand towards it. It's a new system for everybody. But बच्चों के ऊपर बुरा इफेक्ट नहीं होना चाहिए, वो देखने के लिए हमको कांस्टेंट टच में रहना पड़ेगा. एंड इट्स अ ब्यूटीफुल प्लेटफॉर्म, जूम का, गूगल का, जहां हम सब वी कैन talk to each other, and schools have to be open now. I always felt that schools have to be open to parents. You have to involve the parents fruitfully and take their suggestions. ये बहुत जरूरी है. हम लोग बच्चों को भी इन्वॉल्व करना है, हम लोग इन्वॉल्व नहीं करते. उसमें क्या होता है, डिस्कनेक्ट हो जाता है, हम लोग को फीडबैक नहीं मिलता है. ऐसा तो नहीं है कि सारे हमारे टीचर्स बहुत A++ टीचर्स हैं, ऐसा नहीं है. टीचर्स बहुत गलतियां करते हैं. तो जब तक हम पेरेंट्स से बात नहीं करेंगे कि क्या गलतियां हो रही, तब तक इम्प्रूव नहीं करेंगे. जब तक पेरेंट्स बताएंगे नहीं कि देखो हमारे बच्चे के सिर में दर्द हो रहा है या ये है. असाइनमेंट्स का जैसे आज बोला उन्होंने कि मैम इतनी असाइनमेंट्स मिल रही है, एक ने बोला कि मैम 18 पेजेस उसने लिखे, तो आई वाज शॉक. ऐसे 18 पेजेस 5 साल क्लास 5 के बच्चे ने. सो आई टोल्ड देम इमीडिएटली स्टॉप असाइनमेंट्स. सो it's a involvement with each other where we get to know. हम अपना बताएंगे कि हमको ये प्रॉब्लम आ रही है. कोई पेरेंट, कोई फादर आके बैठ जाते हैं वहां पर, मतलब बच्चे तो दिखता नहीं है, फादर दिखते हैं वहां पर कि मतलब कि क्या आप टीचर पढ़ा रही हैं. हम भी बोलेंगे प्लीज आप फादर आप थोड़ा हट जाइए, आप स्क्रीन पे तो कम से कम मत आइए, आपकी शक्ल दिख रही है, आपके बच्चे की तो दिख नहीं रही है. सो ये है. सो these kind of things, एक दूसरे से बात करने में सुलझ जाएंगी ये. एंड आई वुड सजेस्ट टू देम, प्लीज टॉक टू द स्कूल एंड द टीचर इमीडिएटली. Reduce. It is not good. Screen time is not good at all. I'm against it actually. हमारे पास जरिया नहीं है, तो for the time being खाली कर रहे हैं, उसके बाद तो I'm not going to be doing too much of screen time in a week. This is just this phase. I don't know how long I will continue with this. Maybe I stop. I don't know. अभी तो है, आगे देखती हूँ मैं as it goes along.
Another question, like, and this will be the probably last one for you. Basically, as if we are, a mother has raised this question that we also are not having any help at home. We have to do all the work, grooming,
Exactly.
cleaning, everything, cooking food, everything. Now we have to do on our own. And even I'm working in office, so I have to do my online works also. And then again and again, everybody is telling, give some quality time to children, sit with them, do something with them. It's easy to say but difficult to do, and all these kind of words. So how we have to, like, and sometimes we also get very much now, even we are confined in four walls, not going out, not doing anything. Even I have not gone to my mother's place, not visited her from so long. So now all this is adversely impacting my psychology also, and sometimes I am also harsh with my child. So,
Yes.
and with that attitude of mine, sometimes the kids also are not responding properly. They are
Yes.
also disobeying. So how we should like?
I really appreciate the lady who has put this problem of hers in front of all of us. I understand whoever that person is. Let me tell you, I understand what you're going through, which is why we sent a mail yesterday to the parents, and now here also again, I think school should handhold. I think schools should now depute, if any person is going through this challenging time where psychologically it's affecting either a child or a parent, one teacher or a counselor should be in touch with that parent. They just need to talk. They just need to, spit it out. So we are there on the other side. You know, these counselors you find on telephones, telephone counselors bhi hote hain, they really help, because you just need to take it out of your system. Frustrations, thak gaye hai, fear hai, children not listening, maybe husbands not helping. A lot of husbands don't help at all. It's a really task for the poor ladies. And then when the husbands don't help, there are boys also don't help. Boys are not supposed to work. So they are sitting there pretty, and so are the father, and the mother is working all the day. ऐसे कई families में जानती हूँ है. ये सब चीजों में बेचारी माँ क्या करे? She needs to talk to somebody. कभी वो बोलती है कि मुझे अपने माँ के घर भी नहीं गई. बेचारी हर साल एक महीने में जाके माँ के घर में भड़ास निकालती होंगी. अब वो भी नहीं टाइम मिला उनको. So schools should now connect with the parents, or counselors should do. A lot of counselors now, I think they should become COVID warriors. All the psychologists, counselors, start approaching parents, giving their numbers. Okay, you can get in touch with me, and start picking up people and talking to them on a regular basis. We need to do this. It's a very major thing happening, even with children. Children have been sending me mails, some of them, that ma'am, financial difficulties parents ko aa gayi, and we are 4 siblings, chacha and unke 4 हैं. We are so disturbed. एक दिन हमने सोचा कि हम कुछ कर लेते हैं, ये कर लेते हैं, पर हमने कहा आपसे बात करते. ऐसे करके मैं एक दो मेल्स आए. So I was very disturbed. So I spoke to a lot of people. I sent a mail. Don't worry, it'll pass. So it is so important today to communicate and connect with people. Reach out to the people in the houses, please. And सबसे best institution है वो schools है. Colleges भी करें. जितने भी schools में teachers हैं, सब हैं. Please, हम लोग automatically हम psychologists हैं. Reach out to your parents. Any parent who's feeling the pinch, please reach out immediately and keep talking to them. उनसे बातें करते रहिए कि आपको कोई प्रॉब्लम है तो बताइए. I told my teachers back then, 2.5 महीने पहले, कि सब teachers अपने अपने phone numbers मुझे भी दिए थे, अपने भी करिए, and start every day. You will call up 5 children, talk to the children. Are they fine? Don't worry. Ease their pressures. ये बहुत जरूरी है. More than the पढ़ाई, I think this is necessary. Psychologically, it will impact the children and the parents. ये बहुत जरूरी है that we all reach out to people and ease out their pressures. बहुत जरूरी है. People are now, they are giving way. Financial pressures हो गए, फिर personal pressures हो गए. Men, they are financially, a lot of them are broke, so they take it out on the family. The ladies, they have been working, they have to take care of children. They are also now emotionally broke. So a lot of families are they are breaking inside. We need to go and help them.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am. Yeah.
I just wanted to say there's something which we do for our students, our medical students, and our people who are working in. It's called a tele-huddle. 5 minutes in the morning, we all meet on Zoom and just say hi, how are you, all well, and then we go off and we are busy on it. So that's one thing to keep a group together to cheer once ever. Somebody who's down, we say, okay, what happened? We're not feeling well. So it's called a tele-huddle. 5 minutes in the morning, we meet. That's one thing.
That's a good idea.
Other thing I want to say, can schools give homework to children which is actually housework? That today you have to do jadu pocha of the whole house.
Yes, yes.
Better than doing maths or physics sometimes.
Yeah, I agree. Today only I told, today 6 o'clock I have a meeting with those teachers and I'm going to create this. No assignments as in writing. But we'll come up with something like this, you know. And just to, you know, what you said, 5 minutes, you know, our teachers are also now giving way. Nobody is really thinking about the teachers actually. And I feel very bad, but I want to tell the whole world that our Indian, I don't know about others, Indian teachers are really working overtime. From morning to night, they are working. They are teaching, they're taking online classes, they're doing their household chores, they're creating the curriculum, all right? They're creating ways and means how to teach online. It takes a lot of time. NCERT के बड़े-बड़े दिग्गज करते हैं, वो अब हम लोग सब कर रहे हैं. So you can imagine वो कितना time लेते हैं और हम quickly हमको एक हफ्ते में, एक दिन में करना है. तो कितना वो teachers काम कर रहे हैं, उनको इज्जत दीजिए. वो कोई ऐसी वैसे काम नहीं कर रहे हैं. They've all, मैं बोलती थी जो teachers मैं बोलती थी B है उनका grade. They have shown me they are मैं हूँ C grade, they are A++ teachers. कैसे खड़े हो गए हैं वो? मतलब what work they are doing, amazing work. So give them respect. All right. So हमारे teachers जब आते हैं हम ये करते हैं Dr. Pasi. What we do is, you know, अभी I said okay, now we are going to be coming online for this session where we are creating. Okay, we'll have a theme party. We'll wear this. And we will, you know, हम सारी ladies and thankfully एक उस group में, तो मैं कहा okay fine, we are going to wear shorts and a t-shirt and come. अब सत्य में हम साड़ी पहन के अभी नहीं जा रहे, हम तो अपने घरों में हैं, so we'll do this. फिर हमने कहा okay, we'll wear all yellow, all right. Then फिर हमने कहा कि नहीं, you know, no, everybody has to show, so they have to stand on screen and show and do a jig, dance or something, and then we'll start the session. So they were so happy. Okay, there's a party kind. Then we said, okay, one day what we'll do is, okay, all of us will make something and we'll sit there and we'll be eating and having a party and we'll be talking. It is nothing. What you said is just easing out our pressures. That's all. That's all. You know, so we have to create ways and means, and this is so interesting. So interesting. I'm enjoying. But we have to reach out to parents. We have to reach out to parents for sure. I'm worried about the parents a lot. More than the children now, I'm worried about the parents because बच्चों को तो हम फिर भी protect कर रहे हैं. Parents बेचारे जो है, those who are going through a financial crunch, emotional crunch, a lot of things, उनको कौन देखेगा? We need to reach out to them. I'm worried about the parents, and I think all schools should reach out to their parents. Grandparents also. बेचारे grandparents भी काफी, you know, दुख दर्द से गुजर रहे होंगे.
So now, Pasi ma'am, we are again to you now. The last thing that was asked to you, can you just please repeat, Gayatri ma'am?
Pardon?
The last question that you have asked to
No, actually, I was. It was only speaking about the importance of the emotional health of children. I think it was answered, so not a problem if there.
Okay.
It was answered by Mrs. Nehru, so no problem.
Do you really feel that when the children are at home, they should be in discipline now? Like how we should maintain that discipline? This is one more question. So
I always feel because mothers are doing so much of work, like Mrs. Punita said. So the best way is to make the child work with you. Whatever you're doing, let him do it with you. It doesn't matter. The maths will come, the physics will come. But if you're cooking, he cooks with you. If you're doing jadu pocha, do jadu pocha, clean the house, and be happy. We enjoy it. I mean, it's a tough time. Even I've worked in the corona ward, but this has been one of the finest times of my life. I would say these 2 months were one of the finest times of my life. I have had time to think. I've had time to think about what is really important in life. I think it's true for everybody. people, and one thing is to limit the amount of news that you read. I think they read too much of
Negativity.
stuff on WhatsApp and on news. So people are all the time in that anxious mood. It's not such a bad deal. It's a very nice time. We're having so much time to spend together. Stay at home. See what is important for you. It's a wonderful time for everybody.
One more question is there.
Playing Antakshari music.
Ma'am, one more question is there. What is the prognosis if children get infected with COVID-19?
They'll nearly always be okay. They will get okay. Unless they are basically sick with something else. Children with COVID, in Chaitram, everybody who got admitted has got discharged and is totally fine and healthy. Every single child. So you can see there's nothing to worry. It's just the WhatsApp news and the TV news is scaring people so much. People got psyched out.
Okay. So anything which you really want to conclude up with, Pasi ma'am?
Be happy. You had such a wonderful time. You spent time with your family. You had time to sit at home quietly. You had time for leisure, which was totally disappeared in the world for the last so many years. I think it's a wonderful time for everybody. And you have to take it like, oh, this is such a wonderful time. What good can I do? If nothing to somebody else, help somebody out. Whenever you're sad, I think if you help somebody out, you feel better. So that's one good thing to do.
Okay, great. Now, coming to Mr. Dr. Malik, one question is there for you. As if children are unable to move out, even in the playgrounds or gardens or grounds, then how we can maintain their physique at home?
So I think it's a rather better opportunity these days because you are at home and everybody can go to YouTube, find out activities which can be done at home. But as Punita ma'am said, it is time to build relationship through activity as well. Assume that sit up and you are kissing your own child. So beautiful. You are doing push-up with your child on the hand. So it is even families holding hand together and playing circle games. So I feel it is very, very interesting opportunity. A lot of physical bonding can be developed through activities. There are a lot of solutions on YouTube, but अपना Indian वाला लेके चलें तो family values को और strong कर सकता है with lot of physical activity.
Great. Now coming to Kunte ma'am, there is a question that how to fulfill daily protein needs in eggless vegetarian diet. And even we are not bringing up the leafy vegetables and we are not bringing anything from outside and बहुत सारे अभी restrictions के साथ में how can we provide the best of diet to our children and to build up their immunity as well?
Yeah, I read the question. They are asking about the vegetarian sources of proteins.
Yeah.
So let me tell everybody that even our roti and dal and chawal, everything contains protein. And gehu is also a good source of protein, but dale, pulses, legumes, sprouts, dairy products, दूध और दूध के जितने भी products है, they are very good sources of proteins. Then we have soya and soya milk and soya chunks. They are very good sources of proteins. And our Indian thali, which has a combination of dal chawal, pulses with grains, it is a very good combination to fulfill all your amino acid needs of the body. So don't worry, we are eating a lot of protein, but make sure every meal that you take and sprouts and your daily dairy, at least half liter, everybody should consume.
वैसे मानना चाहिए कि अभी कभी भी हम डाइटिशियन को विजिट करते हैं ना, वो बहुत लंबा सा हमको बना के देते हैं जो हम कभी फॉलो नहीं कर पाते हैं. मॉर्निंग में ये खाना है, फिर ये पीना है. मतलब समटाइम्स वी फील कि इफ वी फॉलो दिस डाइट तो इसको खाएंगे, बाद में इसको बनाएगा कौन? सो एनीवे दिस इज जस्ट अ जोक, बट यस बाय एट होम व्हाटएवर द बेस्ट इज अवेलेबल, दाल, राइस, पल्सेस, दैट कैन डेफिनेटली.
Paneer also you can make at home. Paneer also you can make at home.
Yeah. और अभी YouTube चैनल्स को सबसे ज्यादा अगर कोई देख रहे हैं तो फॉर कुकिंग रेसिपीज यूज हो रहा है. So it is good. Anyways, now to conclude up this session, it was really if it would have been a seminar, I would have been privileged to share the stage with you all. So today I am very much privileged to share the screen with you all, and honored to do so, because I've never ever thought to be like this, and it was really fruitful talk that we have done today. Before concluding all the things, whatever we had from the last 1.5 hours, one thing is there, everybody is telling about immunity to just to how to face up this pandemic. तो इस पूरे दौर में हमें हमारी इम्यूनिटी बूस्ट करके रखनी है. मुझे जो समझ में आया पूरे डिस्कशन से, इम्यूनिटी बूस्ट अकेले खाने से नहीं होती है, अकेले एक्सरसाइज से नहीं होती है, सिर्फ अच्छा मुझे ऐसा लगता है ये सब चीजों का एक मिश्रण है. अच्छा सोच, अच्छा खाना, अच्छी एक्सरसाइज, पॉजिटिव टॉक्स और गुड education in the sense that they can give created through good values, in सबसे immunity boost होती है. We should not हमें immunity का sense, उसका essence समझना पड़ेगा. ऐसा नहीं है कि वो गिलोई बट्टी खा के immunity boost हो जाएगी, या only with good diet, ऐसा नहीं है. मुझे लगता है it's a combination of all the things. So all the parents who are hearing, we have to create a positive approach towards children. और जितना भी अभी हमने पूरा ये सेशन अभी हमने सुना, उसमें मुझे समझ में आता है कि एक अगर हम देखें एक लायन या एक टाइगर, शायद से जब उसको एक लंबी छलांग लगानी होती है ना, तो वो पहले 3 कदम पीछे जाता है और उसके बाद वो एक छलांग लगाता है. तो शायद this is what we are doing. We have gone 3 steps back and now we are getting ourselves ready to move a long way ahead. So it was really great and fruitful to be with you all. और मुझे लगता है कोरोना आया अकेला था, बट बहुत सारी चीजें लेके जाएगा और हमें शायद बहुत सारी अच्छी चीजें भी देके जाएगा. So to conclude it, thank you so much. And thank you, Gayatri ma'am, for connecting all of us together so nicely, so brilliantly, putting up the questions. And
my pleasure.
So namaste all, namaste. I'm a busy schedule. Thank you so much.